are stories before novels about wonders and strange events, and it may be surprising to us and to our human minds, but some things may happen without being able to reach a convincing answer to them. The story of the talking head is a good example of this.
Did you know that the holder of the book is more dangerous than the holder of the arms?
In 1840, the German inventor Joseph Faber made, head is two lungs in the form of air bellows. The tone of voice is produced by the piano chords and buttons. It was possible for Joseph to present this distinguished invention to the panel of inventors and obtain a patent and several awards in his name. But Joseph preferred to travel the world with this distinguished head and perform a number of performances with it. In front of the crowd where the head spoke all the European accents and could utter any word known, in humans in general, but over the years, Joseph burned that head and died a very short time later. But was this the only experience or the first of its kind? No, there were attempts before him. In 1770, an inventor named Wolfgang von Kempelen invented a similar head. But he had two arms and the ability to play chess, in addition to a previous experience in the 13th century period, where a clergyman named Albert Magnus made a talking head as well, but she had the ability to sing. Albert had spent 30 continuous years making that head. After completing it, that head had the ability to sing and move. Then that head was destroyed to the public's intimidation. Considering the period that Joseph Faber and Albert Magnus mediated, we find the physician-poet André Hermant, which caused the suspension of those experiments for more than 300 years, until the experiments came back again. But how? André was a huge fan of the talking head experience. After it was invented by Albert Jonas, the well-known clergyman, but André wanted to put and add to the experience his own and personal view of the matter, so he conducted the experiment using a real human head. His argument in this matter was that the human head possesses special strings in the mind in order to control the sound. And here André carried out his experiment, which lasted about 10 years, during which he moved between studying details and anatomy, and the tools needed to conduct the experiment, but the difference was that André announced his experience before doing it. As he belongs to a well-known and prestigious family, the crowd gathered to witness the experience. After the death of one of André's servants, André announced his experiment and connected the dead server's head to the blower to pump air to the head and began his experiment. Experiment failed. The head did not make any sounds when the air from the blower moved towards it. And of course everyone was disappointed with the experience, which André decided to implement again despite the warnings of the religious community to him, and André did not obey them. But he ran his experiment in a more closed society and the experiment failed again. Enough so. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and give us admiration. See you soon.